called me here today. I'm glad that you guys came out, and I hope that we can learn from each other, right? Yeah. Okay. It goes thus. First of all, you know you're special, have you? Yeah. You're extremely special. You're very special. You have your personality, you have your quirks, you have your strengths, your weaknesses, you have your pet peeves. You have your like, your dislike, you have your boyfriend. I mean, for people that don't have, God will provide. But you know what I'm trying to say. You're special. There's nobody in the world that is exactly like you. There's nobody in the world that is exactly like you. But you know the thing about that kind of special, that's a follow-come special. You don't have to do anything for it. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to, you know, hustle. It just is, right? But then there's another level of special. It's like level 2, extra special. And that one is not follow-come. You have to kind of, you have to work for that. So, ideas rule the world. And I believe that that's a very profound truth. It's a profound, incredible, beautiful truth. Ideas rule the world. But the thing is, it's not every idea that rules the world. So what separates an idea that rules the world, that can't rule the world, from another idea? And I think that's really what I'm here to talk about today. The theme for today is 10,001 ideas, right? So imagine 100 people have the same idea, maybe across the world. So imagine 100 people have an idea to sell puff-puff, right? And they all have different versions. Maybe one person wants to put strawberry in his own puff-puff. Another person wants to do like, maybe you want to sell puff-puff, you know, where they are selling ice cream, so it's like ice cream puff-puff. But like puff-puff business, right? 100 people have this idea. Do you think that all those 100 people will come to the fruition of their puff-puff thing? Why do you think that is? It's the amount of work that they're all willing to put in it. There are a group of people among these 100 people that will, maybe they have, when they have the idea, they have a plan, they write a list. Oh, number 1, I will buy a frying pan. I will buy, or they write everything that they need to do. But to actually take the next step and execute, they don't do that. Right? So the idea kind of dies. Ideas don't die, but with them it dies because they don't do anything with it. Then you have another group of people. Maybe they plan and they actually start to execute. They start, maybe they go and buy the frying pan. On the way to buying the frying pan, the bus dies. There is no fuel. They don't have another money for transport. They're like, you know what is so me? I'm not doing it again. They walk away. There's another group of people. They go. Maybe the bus dies, then they actually get another money. But when they are going, they see someone and say, what are you even looking for? Are you sure you can make this happen? They get discouraged. They walk away. They're not doing this anymore. Then they have another group of people. They are on their way to buy this puff-puff. The bus dinner is not working. They trek. They get there. They say the frying pan is more. They borrow money to buy the frying pan. When they are finding the frying pan, maybe the puff-puff, the first one is not good. They try the next one. My point is, every single thing that happens to them, they shrug it off, they shake it off, and they keep going. And they're the ones that finish, get to the finish line, they find, even this one, they find, they get their puff-puff business. So what sets those people apart from the work that they're willing to put into it? That's what sets you apart. That's what makes you extra special. What you're willing to do to go the extra mile to get what you want, regardless of how hard it is, regardless of the setbacks that you might find, regardless of what happens. Some people might say, Simi, there are some people that have more opportunity. I have a dream, but there are people that have more opportunities than I do. There are people that they have more, their father has money now, or $10 now, dangote. So you can't really compare. They have better opportunities. And I have to say that you're a whiny little baby. I'm not trying to insult you, but the thing is, as much as there are people out there that have it better than you, there are people that you have it better than. So there's always an excuse for everybody. Nobody has it perfect. Nobody has all the answers. Nobody has it going perfectly well for them. So if you know your excuse is that you don't have everything you want, you have to let that go. I remember when I just started doing music, mainstream. When I started with gospel, I'm still a child of God, by the way. When I started doing mainstream music, I used to be very upset. I used to say, why is this so hard for women? You see, if you check out the music industry now, if you want to compare the amount of guys that are like up there compared to women, you know, hello? You know that really is the balance, not really scared, not, come on.
Check the mic.
The microphone.
1, 2.
1, 2. I'm sweaty, sorry. On this slide, quite hot. I'm sorry. But oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought.
Music, mainstream.
Thank you. God bless you. So you find that it's not the same amount. So I used to be very frustrated. I would say, why is it that women find it harder? Why is it so difficult? Everybody is, you know, hustling their this thing. But women, you have to do like double the work for half the results. I used to be angry, and I realized that it was holding me back. So if something I'm supposed to do something, or I do something and I expect something I don't get, I'll say it's because women are not getting it. And I realized that instead of using that crutch to push myself forward, I was letting it hold me back. And so I dusted it off, and I said, okay, if this is the work that I need to do as a woman to make it in this industry, then that's the work that I am going to do. And so that's what I did. So now if you're thinking, there's some tips that have helped me, you know, in that I would say, the things that I've learned and, you know, observed over the years that have helped me attain what I have today. I don't really have much, but like, I mean, that have helped me to, you know, push and live my dream. And I'm going to share some of them with you today. Number 1, filter advice. Nobody in the world is right about everything. Not even your mommy. I know she has told this to everyone, but that's a lie. Because nobody's perfect. We're learning every day, you know? And sometimes when I say something, it might be true for me, but it's not true for you, right? So even when you're listening to your mentors and they're telling you this, you need to learn how to filter advice. You need to learn, don't let anybody dream for you, is what I'm trying to say. Don't let anybody dream for you, because no two people are the same. If you see all the rich people, the richest people in the world, all of them, you cannot even pick 2 of them and say this is exactly, all of them did exactly the same thing, and that's how they got what they had. If you see Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, nobody cannot come and tell you, oh, we did this together and this is how it worked. Everybody has a unique story. So when people are advising you, when they're giving you, even me as I'm talking to you now, that's something I might say now that I'm like, no, it's not really my own. So if somebody is telling you something, giving you advice, you need to learn how to separate, compartment. Don't take it and say, I know this is what this person said, even though that you know that's not how it, you know, necessarily is for you. I remember when I used to do backup for one of my mentors then, and he was a singer, but he was also a businessman. In fact, the singing for him was more of something on the side. And I used to say, oh, I want to be a singer, I want to do this big, I don't want to just do it. He used to tell me, with love, of course, that you know, that basically maybe I should just do music as a hobby, but I didn't agree with him. He was a mentor to me, but I didn't agree with him because I knew what I wanted. So the one that he said and I did not agree with, I pushed it aside. And the one that I thought was good for me, I took it. At the end of the day, you have to be wise as well, because don't let your pride get in the way. When you are featuring advice, you don't say, oh, don't mind him. Sometimes people mean, well, you have to open your mind as well. Number 2, don't make excuses to fail. Sometimes I go for interviews and people ask me, Simi, did you expect that you'll be successful? That question used to do me one kind. Because, you know, you're doing all this hard work, you're doing all these things, and of course I expect to be successful. I don't know what's gonna happen, you know, but for me to put, if I'm doing something and I want to get the best back, I want to put the best in. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I say don't make excuses to fail, don't say, well, let me just put small, because what if it does not work? What if it does? You know, so anything you're doing, put your best foot forward, put yourself all in, apply yourself. Pray that it works, expect that it will work. Go with a positive mentality, because if you're thinking that it might not work, You will never give your everything. Now my third point will seem like I'm contradicting myself, because the third point is don't be afraid to fail. When you are, I said don't expect to succeed, but there's a possibility that you will fail. When I say fail, I don't mean at life forever. You might fail at a particular thing that you're doing, like maybe a task or something. When people ask me what's my biggest fear, most people that have asked that question, the answer they give me is failure. They're afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to fail. I find sometimes, I know that, okay, if I do this, it might not work. But when you fail, you have to fail forward. If you don't do things because you're scared that it might not work, you will never do anything. You will never get anything done. You will just be there saying, no, take your radio with me, because if I do this now, it will not work. Everybody will laugh at me. You have to try. If it doesn't work, try something else. At least you know you have learned one thing you're not supposed to do. So as you're expecting to succeed, do not be afraid to fail. Whatever, if you have any, even if there are things that you fail at, you use it to learn. The next point is, do not surround yourself with yes men. There's some people that they are friends. The only thing they tell, anything they do, my God, what's the killer? Baddest. Well, even if it's not good, they will be hyping you. Imagine I'm in the studio now, even if I'm writing a bad song, my friends say, my Grammy. And they say, like, maybe it's like a crap song, or maybe I can change. You need to surround yourself with people that are not afraid to challenge you, that are going to tell you no sometimes, that even if you do something that is not good, they'll say, no, do it this way instead. Don't be afraid to be challenged. Don't be afraid to be told no. Otherwise you are not going to grow. You are not going to grow. You know, people talk about criticism. There are people that criticize you from a place of hate because they don't have another thing they are doing. But there are people that actually criticize you because they want the best for you. They come to you with love and they speak to you and actually advise you. Sometimes they're not even always right. But like I said, you filter advice and you learn. If you think that this is something that you can actually work for. Okay, I have an example. I remember when I just started singing, I was recording with Cobhams. And there was this friend of his that he had. The guy is always frowning his face. His name is Green. He's always frowning his face anytime I'm singing. And I asked him one time, I said, do you like my song? He said, it's nice. He said, but I think that, I can't remember, I think I was probably like 15. He said, you should sing, don't sing nasally. Don't sing with your nose, is what I mean. So you know what I did? This guy wasn't my friend. But what I did was, after that, I'll now hold my nose. I'll be singing. My aim was, I wanted to sound the same, whether my nose was open or closed. That was my aim, because he said something that nobody else, because before then, anytime I sing, everybody say, Simi, you killed it. Meanwhile, there was something that I still had to work on. You know, so don't surround yourself with yes men. Next, do not engage with people that make you feel less than. There's almost nothing that is as valuable as a high self-esteem, as a healthy self-esteem. You need to step away from people that are always making you feel like you're not good enough, because you are good enough. You are more than good enough. Anybody that's telling you that, no, this one, I'm so sorry, I don't know why I keep switching to Yoruba, because I don't even really speak Yoruba in my real life. But, the people that can look and say, there's nothing that you can do. They leave him. Because if your self-esteem is down, if you don't rate yourself, nobody will rate you. That's the way it is. The way you value yourself is the way people value you. If I go, see, I've seen people, in this my line of work, the way they carry themselves and they talk, you think that they're the one that can do it, that can sing more than everybody. Meanwhile, they're just trying. They're just trying their best. Do you understand what I'm saying? But there's a way that they carry themselves. They will sell. They don't even have to talk. The way they carry themselves, they are selling themselves. And everybody wants to work with them because, no, look at, did you hear what he said? Meanwhile, I might not really say much, but the way he's, his bragado is more than what he's even doing. So your self-esteem has to be healthy. You need to surround yourself with people that constantly encourage you and tell you, and also you need to also encourage yourself. If you are feeling like things are not, you're not, feeling how you should feel, constantly encourage yourself, because you are enough. Please, until you need it. You will not know. And money is not the only currency. money is not the only currency. If people feel like they can vouch for you, you will be amazed the kind of lengths that people will go to that money cannot cover. If somebody knows that you're trustworthy, that you're reliable, you're accountable, there are things they will do for you that they will not otherwise do for you. So your integrity, they cannot be a shady somebody. If I owe you somebody, pay their money. Pay them their money. Stop collecting money and not giving them back. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Be a man of your word. Be a woman of your word. Be a person of integrity. Second to the last. Semi-last card. Stop taking everything personally. Nigerians are too sentimental. We're always the world. Everything is not about you. The world does not revolve around you. Sometimes people do things because it works for them, not because they hate you. Stop taking everything personally. You say, my brother, can you imagine? You did not give me the job. Can you do the job? You know, or this did not happen. Like, you need to learn how to like separate everything, separate things that are happening. Sometimes people do things because that's just the way it is. If you learn how to stop taking things so personally, you're going to be so much happier. You will not be getting angry at everything. So don't take things so personally. And then lastly, I added this because I saw it in a movie yesterday. Someone said, don't let your failures, don't let, wait, let me read it so if I say no thing. Don't let criticism cripple you. Let it motivate you. I've already mentioned it before, that people that will criticize you and tell you that you're not doing it well or whatever, but don't let that determine that you are going to stop fighting or that you're going to stop, thriving to be who you want to be. Instead, let it motivate you, let it push you to become better, let it push you to become the best version of yourself. So you have to, all of us, we have to try every single day to be the extra special person. Yeah. Don't make excuses for the things that you don't have yet or the things you're not willing to do. We all need to be extra special because we deserve it, because we're enough. Thank you for having me.